I'm about 90% sure that this is my brother. Hi, Dada. Just like the last stream, the goal of the stream is to uh, help you join and that you can, just like we do watch parties are when we watch along a certain series at the same time together. So in this live stream, we are going to clean our Gmail trash inbox from Gmail, uh, or any email service that you have. I encourage you to open another tab with your emails and inbox, your email account, and start deleting your inbox trash so that we reduce the amount of carbon emissions that our unnecessary junk on the internet or cloud services or data is causing it. So, in the last session of this series called Declutter, I told you guys that every 1 GB of data on internet that we store on data centers and cloud computing services, it causes about signi- uh, 300 pounds. 1 GB is like three. I thought I forgot the number. It's a big amount of CO2 emissions per year that it causes. And I had also given you the link in the comments for that research. It's a Stanford journal result, and about that research paper, someone had written an article on medium.org. So I have linked that article in my previous video, and I really went into depth into my reasoning why I am doing this and why you should too. That you should delete your junk mails as much as possible. So let me again, I because I forgot the exact number, I'm going to go and recollect that. Media and email. So it's the first, no, it's not the first job. It's not the first obvious result that comes up when you search for email carbon footprint. A lot of media is been pointing to a research that is almost 10 years ago. That was almost 10 years old. And if you are familiar with Moore's law, which says that transistor capability increases uh, twice every 2 years. So you need half as much as transistors for same amount of computation that you needed 2 years ago. What it also means is your energy consumption is also reducing. I wouldn't say that it is directly uh, cut in half because there are other kinds of complications also come with different types of transistors that are available in the market today, different types of storage facilities. So you have to keep certain things at certain temperatures and things like that. And it's been always like that. Wherever you increase the capacity of your gadgets, the traffic or flow of data to your gadget is also multiplied. So the thing is, our internet traffic has risen a lot more faster than our the Moore's law, uh, saying that transistors will half in size every 2 years. So uh, that speed is also still different. So uh, there is a lot of need to catch up on things, but still it is a very significant amount of carbon emission. and we can reduce it very easily. So what I've decided to do is whatever data I have on cloud storage, if it is going to be lot of pictures and stuff, sentimental photos, I am going to move them to a hard disk. Many times it is like you think cloud service is much cheaper, but it could become costlier in the end. So it's really a trade-off because hard disks don't come cheap as well, and you have to maintain them in certain condition. And when you back up something in cloud, it becomes the service provider's responsibility to keep that data intact. Whereas if you just drop your hard disk under water or something happens to it, then if your data is gone, it's gone. So instead, what you can do instead simply is that check all your photos, and even when if you're gonna keep storage on your cloud services, it is always a good idea to keep backup hard disk drive of photos of the things you value the most. Even if you're gonna keep another copy on the cloud, also keep one in your hard drive as well, because you know whatever could happen and you need to access the stuff. So it's better to have as many copies as you can. But what you can do is whatever things you have on cloud storage, you can try to see that whenever for iPhones as well and for Android phones as well, Google Photos and in Android iCloud services, they do backup automatically. They don't even ask you. There is a cyclic backup time that you set up in settings, and they will back up everything. So instead of that, uh, go go into those services one day, and whatever you find unnecessary photos, and it would be photos of things like your payment receipt or something silly, or multiple photos of things. So you can keep just one picture of that thing and delete everything else. And even the software helps you in identifying such things and deleting them in a quicker manner. So I suggest, yeah, that you do that as well. But there are a lot many things of how we can reduce the traffic that is unnecessary, how we can reduce the data that is being stored in data center unnecessary are junk. And I agree that most of time it is the responsibility of the service provider to have minimum uh, wastage, minimum uh, carbon emissions. But when the world is burning, I think we all need to do our maximum part. So I'm starting with mails, then I'm gonna move with photos, and then we will look into our video streaming and music streaming abilities in this entire series, which is one video per week, right? But today's focus is to delete as many inbox mails as possible, and it's not really an interesting job. It's a very boring task, but it's a necessary one, so I'm going to do it. So if you are interested in how much carbon emission does 1 GB of data uh, cause, I think I have done the calculation in previous video, uh, and I've given the links as well. I think my calculations weren't perfect that time, so I would suggest that you guys go into the links of those papers, and in certain passage they have given the exact amount of carbon emissions caused by this. So within 2 minutes we will start decluttering. So by two I mean let's take 5 minutes. Uh, by that time I think you guys should also open your new tab and start going through your inbox. So just open your mail inbox on one side, and we will start in 5 minutes. So do that much preparation. So it's going. What I suggested, instead of keeping on deleting mails every day, which is a lot of sustainable growth. Uh, People in sustainable, which people are who are in active in a green revolution community, they what they do is they spend every day, they look into their mails and they delete unnecessary stuff on that day itself. I would not suggest you to do that. I think why is because maybe what you deem unnecessary on that day might be very relevant for you in the next, might seem relevant to you in the next week or next month. So right now, what I'm suggesting is, because I hadn't decluttered in years and years, so all that previous data, previous mails, I'm going to delete and also clean, empty my trash mailbox. But my new mails, from which are about 6 months old, I'm not even going to touch those because I mean, obvious ones which are really not good, you can delete those. But if something really comes out to be important for you, you need to have that reference with you. So, after decluttering your previous trash and coming clean that your data till certain point, till 6 months data, your meals are perfect and there is no junk anymore. You should give a certain amount of time every 6 months, not every day, because it's waste of time doing it every day. And also, uh, even though you could say that if it is trash and you keep it for 6 months, then uh, that is a lot, right? But I think personally, sometimes you have to take that risk, you have to pay that cost for something, because I think mails do matter. Some conversation, details of certain conversation may come in handy to you, and you may not know the importance of things on that day there itself. It may come to you later on. So do not do that. Clean up your inbox every 6 months after the major cleanup of your inbox. So until my mailbox is squeaky clean up to the date of 1st of Jan 2021, I will do this decluttering session every week on for 1 hour. So 1.5 hour, because for first half we are just talking. So um, for a 1 hour I'll do. Last time what I had done was I went to the updates section of my mails, and then I used just went through each and every mail serially and deleted one by one. So that way I used to delete about 4,000, 5,000. I mean, a lot many mails by that method. But because I was also, this was my first time making video and working simultaneously, so I couldn't delete as many things. So it was not a fast process, but it was a sure shot process where you would know that yeah, I have cleared till this date, all my trashes has been cleared. So that is one way to go. But I am today going to delete mails by uh, the mail address, or the updates from every unnecessary newsletter. I am going to go and delete all their mails and also unsubscribe from that account. So let's take 5 minutes. I will be back in 5 minutes and we will start decluttering our mailbox. So get some snacks and your inbox ready. So guys, I've got some snacks to munch on. It's the ice cream cone. So let's begin. So last time I had come up to the page of 15,100 to 15,500. It was that 100-page block till which I had cleared. But today I am going to clean the updates section of my Gmail by using the uh, mail address one technique. And yeah, so let's begin. So I have about 15,872 mails to that in update section. And just a week of emails has gathered about 0.02 GB of data. And that's quite a lot. That would be about 300 to 350 mails. That's how much it is. Guys, so also because I'm using Gmail, I don't know what kind of UI UX is there for other mail inbox services. It's just that what I do is, I think I'll change the lighting a little bit. So, whoever you are, I think this is my brother. Yeah, that's my guess. So, whoever you are, if you could just comment in the box below. Are you going to, what is the number of total unread mails do you have right now? Is it a really big number? How many number of unread emails do you have? So yeah, what I was saying, uh, one way if you want to delete every mail but not um, certain mails from a certain list, what I do is I put a star on that mail, and whenever in the upper blocks got tick mark, I go into select unstarred mails, and those unstarred mails get deleted. Starred mails stay the way they are. Uh, Instead of doing select all and removing the selections which you want to keep. That is because after you delete those number of emails, new mails are going to pop up in that same page. And when in the same page, you will, if you are using the select all and then remove certain selections, that method, it becomes a repetitive overhead if you have to click on the same mail again
to not to delete it. So the best way is you star it, and in the select button for check mark, use unstarred mails delete option, because it is such a lengthy task. I tell you, you are going to need all the hacks you can get to fair it on. Sorry for eating an ice cream on live stream, but I was really craving for some sugar. I wasn't hungry, I had just had dinner some time ago, but I was craving sugar. So now you know, secret to my chubbiness is eating ice cream at night. You shouldn't do that either. I wouldn't do that either. So I had planned on 30 today. What I'm thinking is, yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour. Let's stick to 1 hour. So done. One of the mail addresses I have deleted all the unnecessary emails from that uh, contact, and I am also going to unsubscribe because I'm going to download their app instead. Let's go into big basket. Guys, I've been so wasteful these days on subscription and stuff. I bought into subscription and wasted money in subscription that I did not need at all. Such sad thing. Okay, guys, so I think we have done for about 30 minutes now, so I'm going to check my trash. If it has more than 432 mails, which was my number last time, how much I had done in 1 hour. If it is that much, I'll stop here today. Yeah, so the goal is also that you did get a faster speed. Let me see how much. Wow! So by you instead of going page by page, when I went through mail ID to the mail ID, I have accumulated 1495 meals in half an hour, which was previously I had done 432 meals in about 1 hour. So this is much faster and better way to do, but may not always be sufficient because there is always that some point where you run out of frequent mails from a user and you have to do the manual one by one cleaning. Still, today I think 1400 mails is a great number for today. I'm gonna um, rely on that. I mean, I'm gonna be satisfied with that and stop at that number today. And I'll try a new technique. I'll try to find a new technique and try that in the next week's session. Yeah, I had also told you that I would try to find a code for doing this automatically, but I can't figure out how I would do that. Mm, and mostly, whatever I was thinking of automating, those features are already available in inbox. You just have to use the inbox a little bit intelligently. Maybe another you can check and do something in another way. Um, yeah, I'll try to think of what all things I can do. So that's it for today. So I'm going to, before quitting, I'm going to clean up my trash folder as well. Okay. So currently I'm using 4.86 GB of 15 GB. Let's see how much that becomes after I clean the trash folder. Okay. Easiest folder to clean and look into is the spam folder. Just go into spam folder, see if there is any meaningful message there. Move that to inbox, delete everything else. So I'm going to do the same. Yeah, and refresh. Yeah, that should be about zero point 0.9 to point 1395 meals must be about zero point 0.9. They don't have a lot many attachment because it's a what I call newsletter. So there are hyperlinks attached to it, but nothing else is truly an attachment in such kind of mails. So um, my guess is between zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.9 something. Oh, but this time I'm quite surprised. It went from 4.86 5 mails trash equals 0.13 GB of space freed. It's more than the last time what I had anticipated. Last time for about 430 mails I got zero point 0.3 GB, 0.03 GB. So I was expecting this is like literally the thrice amount of that. So I was expecting around, yeah, I was expecting around 0.09, but it's 0.13. So I think newsletter mails have they occupy more space somehow. Um, I don't know how because I don't know how that was more effective this time. Yeah, now I'm by this experience of manually deleting mails, I'm getting some kind of idea of what can be done. So I'll just write something here. And the other thing was these are just for my references, so that I can try to build a application with these parameters. So I'll look into that. Uh, I hope that is it for today. I hope you also decluttered your inbox. Uh, how much data did you um, free up? How much space did you free up in your inbox account? Just comment it down below. And that's it, guys. Let's meet next week around the same time. Bye bye.